Dark clouds hang over Heartland, and the peaceful ranch that has stood for generations faces a threat like never before. A powerful land developer has arrived with plans to tear apart the fields, destroy the homes, and change the Heartland forever. The horses won't run freely, the fields won't bloom, and the family's legacy might be gone in an instant. Every moment counts, and the Heartland family must make a choice: fight back or watch everything they love vanish. The question is, will Heartland survive this storm, or will it crumble under greed and power? Heartland has always been a place of peace, where horses roam freely, children laugh in the fields, and the family works together to protect everything they love. But today, something dark arrives at the horizon. A sleek black car pulls up near the ranch, and out steps a man who does not care about the land, the animals, or the family. This is the land developer. Faceless, but clearly powerful and intimidating. His plans are simple: buy up the land, build over it, destroy the Heartland spirit in the process. The first sign of trouble comes, and heavy machinery is spotted at the edge of the property. Bulldozers, trucks, and for sale signs appear like a storm creeping across the fields. Horses start to feel the tension too, their ears flicking nervously, sensing danger. The family watches from the porch, stunned. Every tree, every field, every familiar path is now under threat. The developer is ruthless, and he makes it clear that he will stop at nothing to achieve his goals. Amy is the first to react. Her face, though unseen in a faceless video, shows determination. She refuses to let the ranch fall without a fight. Ty, however, can't hide his worry. He knows the horses and animals are vulnerable, and the thought of losing the ranch shakes him to his core. Jack and Lou exchange glances. The older generation has faced many challenges before, but this feels different. The scale of this threat is bigger than anything Heartland has ever faced. The community soon starts to hear whispers about the developer's intentions, faceless shots of letters arriving in mailboxes, neighbors murmuring, and phones ringing in the background create tension. Every sign suggests that the Heartland family is not just fighting for land, they are fighting for their way of life. The peaceful rhythm of the ranch is replaced with a sense of urgency. Every hour, the developer seems closer to taking what isn't his. The first section ends with the family standing together on the porch, watching the for sale signs swaying in the wind. The camera focuses on the empty fields, the horses grazing nervously, and the machines waiting to strike. The voiceover builds suspense. Heartland has faced storms before, but this could destroy everything they've ever worked for. And time is running out. The calm of Heartland is shattered when the land developer makes his first move. Overnight, heavy machines appear on the edges of the fields. Bulldozers dig trenches, trucks line up like silent threats, and construction ahead signs glow ominously in the morning sun. The peaceful air is filled with the low rumble of engines, the clatter of metal, and the tension that hangs thick over the ranch. The family watches helplessly from the farmhouse, realizing that this is not a simple business deal, this is a battle for their home. Amy storms out into the yard, her hands clenched, her eyes scanning every inch of the property. Ty rushes to her side, trying to stay calm, but failing as he sees the destruction creeping closer to the paddocks where their horses roam. Each machine moving closer feels like a punch to the heart. Even the animals sense the danger. Horses whinny nervously, dogs bark, and the wind seems to carry an air of warning. The ranch that once felt endless and safe now seems fragile, like glass ready to shatter under the weight of greed. Meanwhile, the developer's presence spreads fear beyond the ranch. Faceless shots of neighboring farmers receiving letters, phone calls, and threatening messages create a ripple of tension through the community. One by one, they realize that Heartland is not the only target. The developer's plan is bigger than anyone imagined. He wants the entire valley. Every farm, every field, and every dream turned into concrete and profit. Heartland, once a symbol of freedom and peace, is now in the crosshairs of someone who sees the land only as a commodity. Inside the farmhouse, Jack and Lou discuss their options. Jack's hands tremble slightly as he flips through legal documents, petitions, and maps. Lou, ever practical, worries about the financial strain the emotional toll, and the risk to their animals. The weight of the decision presses on them, showing that fighting this battle is not just about courage, it's about strategy, sacrifice, and unity. The viewer can feel the anxiety in the air, even without seeing their faces. Amy refuses to let fear take over. She starts organizing, reaching out to friends, neighbors, and anyone who will help fight the developer. Ty works alongside her, tracking the machines, documenting every illegal step, and preparing to expose the developer if necessary. Faceless footage of phones ringing, handwritten notes, and laptops open with documents creates a sense of urgency and action. Every second counts because the developer is moving fast, and Heartland must be faster. The section closes on a dramatic note, a close-up of the bulldozer's blade hovering dangerously near a tree, the wind whipping through the fields, and the voiceover saying, "The developer believes he owns Heartland, but he has no idea what he's up against. This family will fight with every ounce of heart, and they will not go down without a battle." The Heartland family refuses to stand by as the developer's machines inch closer to the fields. The tension is thick, but instead of fear, determination fills the air. Amy, Ty, Jack, and Lou gather in the farmhouse, their faces unseen, but their energy unmistakable. Plans are drawn on paper, voices overlap in frantic discussion, and phones ring endlessly as neighbors call to offer support. Every gesture, every scribbled note, shows one truth: Heartland will not surrender without a fight. The community soon joins the stand. Faceless shots show farmers gathering at the edge of the property, waving signs, holding petitions, and speaking in hushed but urgent tones. Flyers are handed out, letters are sent to officials, and social media posts rally public support. The ranch that once felt isolated now pulses with the strength of hundreds of hearts united for a single purpose. The developer watches, unfazed outwardly, but tension crackles beneath his polished demeanor. He knows the family's spirit is formidable, but he underestimates just how far they are willing to go. Amy takes the lead. She documents every illegal move, machines operating without permits, destruction of protected areas, and violations of land use laws. Ty works with her silently, capturing footage and noting details. The tension in his body visible even in faceless shots of his hands on cameras and phones. Every moment becomes a battle of wits, with the family balancing urgency and caution. The stakes are higher than ever. A single misstep could cost them the ranch forever. Jack and Lou provide wisdom and guidance. Jack reviews contracts and old property records, looking for loopholes or legal grounds to challenge the developer. Lou, steady and calm, organizes volunteers and keeps morale high. Faceless shots of hands pointing at maps, flipping through papers, pens scribbling notes create a sense of action and intensity. This is not just a fight against the developer, it is a fight to preserve a legacy, a home and a way of life that has endured for generations. Meanwhile, the developer tries to intimidate them, sending faceless men to the ranch gates and threatening lawsuits. But the Heartland family responds with courage and unity. Their strategy grows bolder with each day. Press conferences, legal filings, and community protests. Every act is calculated, every move deliberate. The field, once quiet, now hums with determination, energy, and quiet defiance. The section ends on a dramatic note. The camera focuses on the empty field, the horses grazing cautiously, and the bulldozer paused in the distance. The voiceover builds suspense. The developer may think he has the power, but Heartland has something he will never understand: heart, courage, and a family willing to fight to the very end. The battle has begun, and nothing will ever be the same. Heartland is no longer just a family's fight. It's a battle that has awakened the entire community. Neighbors emerge from their homes, faceless but united, carrying signs, banners, and petitions. The local cafe buzzes with hushed but urgent conversations. Phones ring constantly as residents coordinate plans and share updates. Faceless shots of hands holding protest signs, letters to officials, and stacks of documents convey a sense of action and solidarity. The valley, once quiet and peaceful, now hums with the heartbeat of a community refusing to be silenced. Amy and Ty become the invisible leaders of this movement. Though their faces remain unseen, their presence is felt through rapid gestures, phone calls, and hands pointing at maps. They organize marches, hold meetings in barns, and rally the youth of Heartland to stand alongside them. Every detail is calculated. Every move is a step toward protecting what they love. The developer, confident in his power, begins to realize that Heartland is not an easy target. The machines that once threatened to tear the land apart now face a wall of human determination. The community's unity is more than numbers, it's personal. Every neighbor has a story, a connection to the land, or a memory that fuels their determination. Faceless shots show older farmers showing photos of family traditions on the ranch, children drawing pictures of horses and fields, and friends clasping hands in silent solidarity. The voiceover emphasizes the emotional stakes. This fight is about more than land, it's about identity, heritage, and the love of Heartland itself. The developer responds with intimidation, sending representatives to the gatherings, attempting to bribe officials and making threats of legal action. But each move only strengthens the resolve of the Heartland family and their allies. Faceless footage of letters being stamped, signs being hung, and volunteers distributing information creates tension and shows the scale of the community's effort. They are not just reacting, they are planning, coordinating, strategizing. Amy uncovers a crucial detail, a loophole in the developer's plan that could stop him legally. Ty immediately begins documenting everything, capturing evidence of illegal construction and harassment. Faceless shots of laptops, cameras, and files being organized convey a sense of urgency. The family is racing against time, the developer's machines inching closer each day. Every second is critical, and every action counts. The section ends with a suspenseful moment. The camera pans across Heartland's fields, showing neighbors standing shoulder to shoulder. While in the distance, bulldozers wait ominously. The voiceover intensifies. The developer thought he could crush Heartland, but he underestimated something far more powerful than money or machines. He underestimated the heart of a community united. The battle is far from over, and the next move could change everything. The Heartland family knows that rallies and protests are not enough if they want to save the ranch. They need a strategy that will outsmart the developer completely. Inside the farmhouse, maps are spread across the table. Legal papers stacked high, and laptops glow with documents and videos capturing every move the developer has made. Amy's hands move quickly, pointing out key areas where the machines are advancing. Ty meticulously documents everything with his camera and phone, capturing evidence that could expose the developer's illegal activities. The family may be faceless on screen, but the intensity of their focus is unmistakable. Jack flips through old property records, discovering technical loopholes the developer overlooked. Lou, calm yet forceful, organizes volunteers and assigns tasks to every member of the community. They split duties. Some monitor the machinery, some gather signatures. Others record testimonies from neighbors whose land is threatened. Faceless shots of hands scribbling notes, phones dialing, people moving purposefully across the fields show a community mobilized like never before. It's not just a fight, it's a carefully orchestrated mission, and every step must be precise. Amy and Ty plan their most daring move to confront the developer. Publicly, with undeniable evidence of his violations, they coordinate with local news stations, legal advisors, and officials who can stop the destruction. Faceless visuals of letters being delivered, cameras being set up, and phones capturing video create a sense of urgency. Every moment counts because the developer's bulldozers are already at the edge of the property. Threatening to destroy years of hard work in minutes, tension builds as the first signs of the confrontation appear. The developer arrives confident and arrogant, unaware that the Heartland family and the community have prepared a trap. Faceless footage shows him stepping onto the property, glancing at the fields, the bulldozers idle but ominous behind him. Meanwhile, Amy and Ty coordinate from a safe distance, ensuring every piece of evidence is ready to be revealed at the perfect moment. The viewer feels the suspense, the stakes, and the adrenaline. Even without seeing faces, the family's plan is not just legal aids emotionally. Faceless shots show letters from local families, drawings from children, and historical photos of Heartland passed from hands to hands. These images serve as proof of the land's importance beyond money, reminding everyone, including the developer, that Heartland is sacred, cherished, and protected by more than just laws, is guarded by heart, courage, and generations of love. The section ends with a tense pause. The camera pans across the fields where community members stand ready. The developer steps closer to the property, and Amy signals silently. The voiceover sets the suspense. This is the moment everything could change. One bold move, one truth revealed, and the future of Heartland hangs in the balance. Will they succeed? Or will the machines roll forward and crush everything they hold dear? The moment of truth has arrived. The developer steps onto the Heartland property, a shadow falling across the fields that have been the family's lifeblood for generations. Bulldozers sit idle behind him, engines rumbling like distant thunder, ready to erase years of care and love. The Heartland family and community are hidden, but ready. Faceless, yet united, hearts pounding, hands gripping signs, cameras, and legal papers. Every second counts. Every breath is filled with tension. The silence is deafening. Amy steps forward, unseen but forceful in presence. Her voice, carried in narration and faceless shots, pierces the quiet. She presents evidence of the developer's illegal actions. Unpermitted construction, damage to protected land, and harassment of neighbors. Ty records every moment, making sure nothing is lost. Faceless footage of hands holding papers, phones capturing video, and maps spread out in the sun builds suspense. The developer's confident demeanor starts to crack as the legal and emotional truth hits. The developer attempts to intimidate, waving contracts and threats, trying to regain control, but the Heartland family is ready. Community members step up facelessly, hands raise petitions. Letters are handed to officials, and cameras record every attempt to bully them. The field, once quiet, now vibrates with energy, determination, and resistance. The developer realizes this is not a fight he can win with money or machines. He is facing something far stronger, a united community that will not back down. Tension spikes as the bulldozers inch closer, threatening to crush the land if the confrontation fails. Jack points to legal documentation, proving the developer is in violation. While Lou coordinates the final push, ensuring the community's presence is undeniable. Faceless shots of workers stopping machines, volunteers blocking entrances, and phones dialing authorities create a cinematic edge-of-your-seat sequence. The viewer can feel the suspense as every move could tip the balance. Suddenly, the developer receives notice. His illegal activities are exposed publicly, with authorities and media on their way. Faceless imagery of phones, emails, and papers being delivered adds to the tension, showing that the tide has turned. The developer hesitates, the bulldozers stop, and the quiet fields of Heartland feel alive with relief and hope. The voiceover emphasizes the emotional punch the developer thought he could crush. Heartland with power and money, but he underestimated the heart, courage, and unity of a family and their community. The section closes with a dramatic panorama. The Heartland family standing facelessly at the edge of their fields. The machines idle, and the community celebrating silently but powerfully. Horses run freely, and the land breathes again. The voiceover teases the emotional fallout and the challenges still to come. Heartland may have won this battle, but the journey is far from over. The land is safe. For now. But peace in Heartland always comes with a price. The storm has passed. For now. Heartland's fields are quiet again. The bulldozers sit idle. The sun breaks through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the ranch. Horses graze peacefully, children run freely, and the Heartland family stands together faceless, yet their courage and relief are palpable. Every hand, every gesture shows triumph, hard-earned through determination, unity, and love for their home. The voiceover captures the emotion. Heartland has survived the impossible, but even victories come with shadows. Amy and Ty move through the ranch, inspecting every corner. making sure nothing has been damaged and ensuring the land is safe. Faceless shots of hands brushing the grass, gates being checked, and horses nuzzling their caretakers show the quiet, tender moments after the storm. Even in victory, the family knows they cannot relax completely. The land has been tested and the threat may return in another form. Their eyes, though unseen, carry the weight of vigilance and responsibility. The community gathers around the family, faceless but united. Letters, petitions, and stories of support from neighbors who stood with Heartland remind the family of something powerful. They are not alone. The battle was not just theirs. It belonged to everyone who loves this valley, this land, and the spirit of Heartland. Faceless visuals of handshaking, signs being held high, and volunteers helping restore the fields give a sense of shared triumph. But as the sun sets, a subtle tension creeps in. A new contract arrives in the mailbox. A shadowy silhouette is seen at the edge of the property, too far to identify. Faceless, but ominous. The voiceover adds a chilling note.